Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. I hope you're having a great day or night in Jesus. Thanks for being with us. Check out our other videos. Hit subscribe, bell notification. Thank you so much. We're going to look at the word Echad in Hebrew and how on many occasions it means absolutely one. There is a false doctrine out there, tremendously detrimental false doctrine, that when you see the word Echad in Hebrew or one in the Old Testament, that it always means a plural one, and nothing could be further from the truth. Now, I did a video probably a couple years ago on several instances where it is absolutely definitive that one was absolutely one, using the term Echad. The term Echad, I don't think the term Echad is even ever used in the Hebrew Bible, but that's kind of the thing. Well, if God wanted to say he was one, he would have used Echad, not Echad, even though Echad accounts for the expansiveness of God and the pluralis majesticulus, the plural of majesty that is so ubiquitous all over, even when you're reading the Quran or the kings and queens of England or the papal pronouncements, they're we, us, and on and so forth. But let's go to 1 Samuel 6:17 and take a look at this. And I thought, well, instead of just doing this big deal on a bunch, maybe one verse it may click. That happens sometimes. Instead of using 15 verses, people get lost in it. Sometimes just one verse is like, okay, that's it. So 1 Samuel 6:17, and these are the golden emerods which the Philistines returned for a trespass offering unto the Lord. The emerods, the hemorrhoids, so to speak. They were getting punished. I don't think that means every time you have hemorrhoids you're getting punished. But it did here, rats and hemorrhoids. For Ashdod 1, Echad. For Ashdod, Echad. For Gaza, 1. And so it's no plural. It's an absolute one. For Ashkelon, 1. For Gath, 1. For Ekron, 1. So, 1 several times here in 1 Samuel 6:17. It is irrefutable. There is no way Echad means more than one here. So I just want you to take that in consideration. Whenever the term Echad is used in reference to God, it's surrounded like by singular verbs. And so it's meaning singular. Even in the King James, they would say thou, thine, thy, which are all singular terms. Ye, you, yours are plural terms in the King James. And so it's denoting, and it's also a singular personal pronoun. He, he, God is a he, God is a him. God made the heavens himself. That it's not a plural, not they made the heavens and the earth, they did this. It's he did this. It means absolutely one many times. Now, Hebrew only has like 6,000 non-proper names, and so you have to use the same word for a multiplicity of different usages. And Echad's the same way. So occasionally Echad does mean a plural, like one ball team. I know ball team's not in here, but I'm thinking of Walter Martin's classic, one cluster of grapes, one grape, even though it's translated cluster of grapes, but one cluster of grapes. Yeah, totally fine. But in many contexts, it means one, and the context determines that. And so when the Holy One of Israel, when the overall emphasis on God is a spirit, and he is a him, and he is singular, then Echad means totally 100%. He's one singularly, such as the Shema. The Shema is not trying to secretly introduce a Trinity. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. There's word, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is three Lord. There's words, in Hebrew for three. If it's trying to indicate this, it's not a secret. It's God is trying to say, just as Marduk is a false god, just as Baal is a false god, just as these other false deities are out there, that he is absolutely one, and he is not, he's a jealous God, there's none beside him. Collaterally, he is on the throne, not thrones, the throne. And there's one God, and he is a he, and he is a singular spirit with one mind. He's not divided. He's not schizophrenic. He's not a freak. So, 1 Samuel 6:17, Ashdod 1, Gaza 1, Ashkelon 1, Echad for Gath 1, for Ekron 1. It's absolutely a slam dunk. Not in every case, but in many cases. And so the false doctrine, in every case that it means a plural, if somebody's telling you that, question a lot of what they're saying. Not just that, because they've got an agenda and they're not telling you the truth. So God bless you. Love you. Thanks for being with us today. Share, subscribe, and maybe leave a comment. 2 sentences or less. Thank you. Bye.